Dude, who's got gas? I do, that's who. Hey, it's your buddy the Rhino for Survival Skills 101. Today I'm talking to you about how to store gas. You know, storing gas is very important. Just ask the people in Hurricane Sandy when they couldn't go out and get any gas at the local gas stations. If you need to bug out, if you need gas just to get around in a disaster situation, man, having gas on hand is very important. But there's some ways to do it right, and I'm going to show you today how to store gas. Okay, the first thing that you're going to need is a 5-gallon gas can. Now, I would suggest you get about 4 or 5 gas cans because you need about, 20-25 gallons of gas for your cars in case of an emergency. You can get these down at the Home Depot. They cost about $20, or you could buy the jerry cans that are steel, and they cost a bit more. But whatever you do, you need about, 4 or 5 of them. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a gas additive. And what the gas additive does is it keeps your gas pure so that it doesn't degrade into a lacquer over time. Typically you can store gas, for 2 or 3 months without adding anything into it, but after that you're going to need to have an additive. And one of the additives that I suggest to people is Sta-Bil. You can get this at Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever you want to. Now I know that there's people on YouTube who are going to say, oh, Sta-Bil's not good, you should get this and this and this. I've used this for a long time, I don't have a problem with it, and plus I can just go down and get it instead of having to order it through the mail. So get yourself some Sta-Bil. I would suggest get 4 or 5 of these on hand because you never know when you're going to need it. You can also, the cool thing about Sta-Bil is add it to your gas tank as well, and it works on your carburetors too and cleans them out. You're going to have to add this to your gas in the 5-gallon gas cans. So what you want to do is you want to add 2 ounces for every 5 gallons. Alright, 2 ounces of Sta-Bil. What you do is you just put it in the gas can. I would put it in before you put the gas in, that way it mixes well. Then you just go down, take it down to the gas station, fill it up, and it mixes right in and there's no problem. And that way your gas can last up to a year in the 5-gallon containers that you have. My suggestion to you though is personally I change mine out every 6 months, and that's what I'm doing today, so that's why I'm doing a video on this. So make sure, between 6 months and a year, but I wouldn't go over that. Why? Because man, gas is plentiful right now. Why not change it out? Don't go 2 years with the same gas even though you have Sta-Bil in it, because when you need it, you need your gas to work. One more thing I would suggest to you when you're buying 5-gallon gas cans is get some EnviroFlow spouts. That way you can pour it into your gas tank a little easier. Don't forget these because it's real hard if you just have the 5-gallon gas cans and you don't have the spouts to go along with it. I found that out the hard way, so I bought a bunch of these and I have these on hand. What you do, remember, every 6 months just pour the gas into the cars that you have. Go down, buy some new ones. It's kind of a pain in the rear end, but you know what? During Hurricane Sandy, those guys wish that they had some gas on hand. One thing I want to add about storing gasoline in your garage is obviously you want to keep it away from sparks. So keep it away from any heaters or anything like that. I have it in the corner of my garage. What I did is put a piece of wood down and a piece of wood against the wall. That way I'm not sure if it's going to contaminate my gas being on the cement floor, but I'm not taking any chances. So I just put it on some wood. And I don't ever have really a problem storing my gas. I've never had it catch on fire because it's in a place where there are absolutely no sparks. One thing I would add, if you have a plastic gas container, is every once in a while I would go and let the air out of that gas container because the plastic tends to start to balloon up. So make sure that you take the air out every once in a while, and you should be good to go. You don't need to be scared about storing gasoline in your garage. As long as you keep it away from open flame, you don't have a problem at all. Anyway, I hope that helps you out. For Survival Skills 101, I'm the Rhino. Are you prepared to look forward?